Hi everybody, Suzanne Lyons here, and welcome back. This is tip number, where are we now? Tip number 6. Oh my God, we are moving, we're moving forward quickly. And as I promised all of you last week, on this 10-tip series on dealing with stress in the industry, I would have Carolyne back again, and I do. Hey, Carolyne Barry, yay! Co-founder and creator of the MasterTalentTeachers.com, and also a very renowned 30 years actually in the business of commercial audition teacher, and voted #1 multiple times in Backstage. So I just am thrilled to have her here again. And last week was so great because we talked about the importance of preparation and how that preparing, gives you that confidence, and how having that kind of reduces the stress. Right. So that's what this is all about. Or what are some things that we need to know in this industry, of all industries? I think we have so much stress and dealing with so much stress. What are some other kind of things that you've noticed in working with actors over these 30 years that would give us all some kind of extra tips and techniques and advice on how to reduce that stress for ourselves?
Well, again, it's not just for actors. The things I'm going to mention right now could be for any business that you're striving diligently to become a success at. But one of the things I tell people to do is have a full life and to get organized. Because it's like, I'm very organized. I write everything down and stuff like that, because what stress happens when you forget something. And, oh my God, I got to do that. And you go running off. Yeah. So by really staying organized, by writing things down, by delegating things that need to be done, and if you have the finances or the help, delegating certain things that are not unnecessary for you to do.
Nice.
Like I have a bookkeeper, and I have an assistant comes in who handles certain things and all that stuff. So that gives me more time to do what I love doing, which is my business. But also beside your business, it is so important to have a full life. Like I love going to movies. I schedule at least one movie a week to go out with friends.
Really?
Yes. I have at least 3 or 4 either dinners or lunches a week to be with my friends.
My God.
I plan a vacation, not a lot because I just don't have the time, but like I'm going away for like 9 or 10 days for an adventure with a bunch of friends. So, but if you don't plan these things, they don't happen, because there's always something that comes up that's more important. But while you're gone, make sure that you're covered so you don't not enjoy your trip and you get stressful while it's there. Right. So it's important to have a full life. To put that stuff in, because if what you're doing, your business is so important to you and you have nothing else, then you have no release from it. You have to get away from it once in a while. It's just part of being a human being.
And even if I don't have the money to, say, go for the 9 days, like you're saying, or maybe I can't afford to go for lunches 4 times a week, but I can certainly put other things into place. Right. Like maybe it's 2 days, or maybe it's a day where I go for a 3-hour walk on the beach.
That's exactly right.
Or, something like that.
You map out sometimes, just sit and read a book.
Yes.
It's just important, because if you don't have those releases, the stress builds up. And also working out is an incredible way to dissipate stress, because if it does build up, you need a place to let it go. A dance class, going out dancing.
That's brilliant. I love that.
And doing that kind of stuff that just releases it. And remember why you're alive. You're not alive just to be a success. You're alive to enjoy the ride. I'm major about that. And also another point that I wanted to make about this, because I know we don't have a lot of time, is how you treat yourself for actors after you audition, for filmmakers after you've completed a film or have even a production meeting. You walk away. Most people walk away going, oh, I should have done this and I could have done that, and oh, I really suck, and they beat the poop out of themselves.
Everybody.
And doing that. And I tell people this: when you walk away, you should always, from whether it's an audition, a job, a production meeting, whatever it is, you walk away going, this time I felt really good about how I did this, and I feel great about how I did that, and this feels good. So you own your successes. Then you go, what could I have done better? What could I have done better? Not what did I do wrong? Where did I suck? That kind of stuff just beats you up and dissipates your confidence again. So what could I do better? And then you go home and part of that scheduling thing, you take 15 minutes after you've done your thing, go, okay, what could I have done better? And you look at it, you go, okay, I could do that, but I should check this out. So every time you have an audition, every time you have a production meeting, every time you shoot a film, whatever it is you're doing, you keep growing.
Yeah.
You keep expanding by not beating yourself up, because most people spend so much time and that destroys your confidence.
And the stress, the stress,
Yeah.
I could just feel, as you were sharing, I could see my stress level going up as I start to think about all the things I could beat myself up about. So what you're saying is when you complete something like that, then take the time and acknowledge yourself.
Exactly.
Go through the acknowledgement and then look at it constructively as, what was missing or what could I have done better, as opposed to, I should have done this, or what did I do wrong, or what could I, like that.
Right. How you treat yourself is so important, because, I've seen so many really talented people start, and because, they didn't audition well, or they didn't get a job, or something didn't happen, or whatever went wrong.
Yeah.
Their talent even falls back because they're no longer committing to it. They're no more confident in it.
Yeah.
If people aren't confident in what they do, then they can't be all that they're capable of being. They can't access it all if they're doubting themselves.
Exactly.
And the truth is, guys, for most people it isn't a straight road up. It's a bumpy road up.
Yeah.
But some people don't get back up again after the bump. And you've heard that. It's not about the mistakes or the things that go wrong. It's how fast we recover.
Yeah.
It's how fast we do that. And that, again, becomes about surrounding yourself with empowering people. One of the things I did years ago is with a therapist is go through my list of people in my life and get rid of every disempowering person.
Oh my God, that's fantastic.
So that everybody was there not to kiss my butt, but to support me or help me go in the right direction.
Brilliant.
Because we don't have a lot of time, folks.
Did you hear that, guys? Everybody, I hope you're writing this down. Memorize that last piece, by the way.
It's like we don't have a lot of time, so it's important to be with people that don't take us in directions we don't want to go.
Brilliant.
And then the one last point in terms of stress is that sometimes we can't deal with it all. Sometimes we need help, and that's when it's important to get a life coach.
Got it.
Or go into some kind of spiritual situation, whatever works for you, or go into therapy.
Yeah.
Or, like, I have a friend, because I've done a lot of therapy, and I've done Landmark and EST and all that stuff, and I loved all those experiences. And they're still there for me, but I have a few friends that have done it as well, and sometimes when I get a little overwhelmed, I call them up, and all I do is I said, just let me rant, and I just rant.
Yeah.
And they don't try to help me, because it's nothing to help. It's just it's a build-up of feelings and emotions that cause stress and lack of confidence. And they go, good, got it. How do you feel? Yeah, a little better.
Yeah.
It's basically when you let it go.
Yeah.
It's sort of like after a cry, you usually feel better.
Exactly.
After a great laugh, it's a dissipation. Yeah. It's a physical dissipation. And then it goes back again to exercising and dealing with all that stuff.
Absolutely.
So it's everything we've talked about.
It's perfect. It's just amazing. Oh my God, we're just getting so much great information. My wish is that you guys will just take all this and start to put it into a practice, though.
It's very practical, what I'm saying.
It's so practical.
It's not out there, woo-woo-woo stuff. It's very practical.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It really, really is, and all something we can take on. We just need to be conscious enough and dedicated enough to take it on.
When you'll take it on is when it becomes important, or you become important enough to yourself.
Right.
I mean, that's where it gets a little woo-woo, because a lot of people just don't nurture themselves.
Yeah.
And all these things that we've talked about is about making you the best you can be.
Right.
And a lot of people just forget that. They just forget it. And listen, this is it. We're limited in time in this life.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I love doing everything I do. Yeah. But I have days where I go, oh my God, take a gun. I'm done.
Yeah, me too. But you've got it. Yeah, that's why I love having a life coach. I would never not have a coach.
Right.
It would be insane not to have a coach.
Right.
Or whatever works for you, a therapist or whatever kind of version of that, or team or something.
Yeah, because I've done all that stuff, and they all work for me, and I can tap into it, but sometimes certain things come up that are so upsetting that it's like I can't see straight.
Yeah.
So that's when I call my coach or my friend or something like that.
Yeah.
But you got to know it. But what a lot of people do? They repress it.
Yeah.
And we're talking about stress. That's what causes stress.
Boy,
stress is the repression.
Oh, then it gets into physiological symptoms, and I've been there too.
What's the landmark? It was asked years ago, the expression, whatever you repress...
in fact, Barbara mentioned it too.
Whatever you basically without it's great wording. It's great wording.
Yeah.
Whatever you repress, whatever you resist persists.
That's it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Yeah, and it's so true.
Yeah.
But we're not conscious enough of it until it gets to the point where it is affecting us physiologically.
But that's just it. That's why people don't take time for themselves. One of the things I learned to do a long time ago. Every morning I wake up thinking about giving actually gratitude for all the things in my life that
Yeah.
I believe are going to happen that day.
Right.
And at night, I give thanks for all the things that did happen. Most people don't take the time to
Right.
just acknowledge themselves and what they do. Most people go to bed thinking, what did I do wrong? Where did
Yeah.
I screw up? What do I have to do tomorrow? As opposed to, my dogs were really great today. They were a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And, I just met this great new guy that I'm interested in going out with. And, it's that
Cool.
kind of stuff. It's
Yeah.
like... It's
All the
like,
good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let that resonate. That
Yeah.
also helps to reduce stress, too.
Yeah, so true. This is so wonderful. My God, Carolyne, thank you so
You're
much.
welcome.
This has been amazing.
Thank you.
Now, like I said, I'm privileged to be a partner with Carolyne in MasterTalentTeachers.com. So check that out, please, everybody. Check that out, MasterTalentTeachers.com.
It's so worth your time.
It's wonderful.
And when you do, can I just
Yeah.
say something?
Yeah.
Tell your friends.
Yeah.
We're trying to go viral. That used to be a bad
Yay.
thing, but today it's a great thing.
It's a good thing.
And it would help all of us, and it would help people it would help the world. That's my goal with this thing, is to make a difference to all the people in the arts throughout
Yeah.
the world. And this is free. And it's
Yeah.
something that they really could benefit from. So tell your friends.
It's wonderful. And now, in the meantime, if people want to get a hold of you in some
Yes.
way, shape, or form, what's your website?
Well, you can get it through Master Talent Teacher through my
Okay.
page there, but my website is CarolynBarry.com, spelled CarolynBA as an apple, RRY.com.
Brilliant. Okay.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much for
You're
coming
welcome.
here.
This was so much
2
fun.
weeks we had her. If I could keep the door locked, I'd keep her here and do another one. But she's got to go. Okay. So, anyways, thanks everybody for joining me. That was tip number 6. Number 7 is next week, and I will see you next time. Once again, Suzanne Lyons signing off.
Bye.